Hello, good afternoon, welcome. It is Toffee TV. It is the Daily Live, and we are talking about Everton's end to the season, almost a quarter of the season. James has given us a title we're trying to work with.
It's a bit loose, isn't it?
It's a bit loose.
Feels loose.
How can
I asked for help, didn't get any help.
I said to you,
I just feel like I should back
It's your job, man.
do your job,
It's your job, man.
Harry's shaking his head behind you. That's all I want to know. Okay. How should Everton end the season? Well, the easy answer is win every game.
Yeah.
But that's not real. So, should we be looking for what are we on? 34 points are we on now?
34 points.
So, are we doing points? What do you think? What do you think's a decent? There's 27 points to play for.
Yeah.
David Moyes wants at least 6, doesn't he? He's mentioned getting over 40 points a few times in earlier press conferences. I think he's probably aiming for a lot more than that now.
Yeah.
But what do you think would be sort of an acceptable point to take out of that 27? Now, we've obviously got tough games, haven't we?
Yeah.
If we got
I'd sort of be happy with if we got to 45 points. I think I'd be happy.
Okay, 11. 3 wins, 2 draws, 4 defeats.
I think I could live with that.
Yeah, well, listen, there's tough games.
Yeah, that's it.
Points is all you can really do, I think. Places you can't, because you know what everyone else is going to do for going, well, we should.
No, I don't think places is
you can't really do anything with that. But, you know, if you look at the games we've got, Liverpool away's tough, obviously it always is. Arsenal at home, I think you've mentioned a few times, maybe their focus, they're not going to win the league, there's no chance. You know, maybe another 5 games, they might have had half a chance. They've got a few injuries now, but it's too much to make up, I think, in 9 games. So Arsenal at home, when they play Real Madrid a few days later, their focus really should be on Real Madrid. They're going to finish top 4 regardless, aren't they? So maybe there's a chance there. I think there is anyway, to be fair, for Everton. Yeah. Forest away.
I think that's actually the hardest game we've got. Forest away.
I just look at Forest and
Forest have got more to play for than anybody else apart from Liverpool. Forest have got absolutely more to play for, and they'll be fixated on the home games. Yeah, I think that's where you go when you go to a home and away game. And the away games have all been tight so far, haven't they? But when you go to an away game and it's the opposition are really throwing everything at it, I think that's where, and there'll be no malaise in that game. It's not like. It's not.
They can't afford to let up.
Exactly. And I honestly think that's going to be the toughest game.
Yeah. And then we've got City at home, which again, they'll finish top 4, City, because they'll win enough games. I think it's between them and Chelsea. So that one, who knows? I'm not fearful of them at all this season, because I just think they're way off it. Next season will be a different story, I think, with them, unless they've docked a million points.
Yeah.
Chelsea away. Not concerned about that. They can go either way. We know they're a really good side, but you can get at them. Don't think they're not perfect by any stretch, are they? Ipswich and Southampton should be 6 points at home, no matter what. Newcastle away is tricky. Well, very tough, I think. Fulham away, I think that's very winnable for Everton, even though I do think they're a good side. I still think that is a bit like what you're saying.
I just don't think Fulham have got. See, they've got a decent side, but I don't think they've got like Forest.
I think you're right.
Ground, the atmosphere will be really, really good.
Liverpool and Forest will be, and Newcastle, because I think Newcastle.
I don't even know about Newcastle.
I think Newcastle might.
It depends what they've got to play for. But if they've got nothing to play for, as in they've already shown up like a Champions League place, then also the Champions League places have gone away from them. But
and you're top 5, isn't it?
But they're only a point, 2 points behind Chelsea.
Yeah, they've lost Gordon, haven't they, and others.
So
and they're already in Europe now by winning the thing, aren't they? So
yeah, so it's.
So yeah, I think you're right. Liverpool, Forest will be the 2 standouts where you go. It'll be tough to get. We'll do really well to get something out of both of them. Obviously, the 2 home games against the 2 teams in the top 4 could go against us. But yeah, I think if we could get 45 points, I think that'd be a tremendous.
Even Anfield could be nervy. I mean, they just lost Champions League, they just lost Carabao Cup, and they just lost Trent Alexander-Arnold. So it could be.
And Alisson was stretched off.
He'll be back.
I don't know. Gravenberch is injured as well, apparently. But
they'll find an embryo to play. No. You never know, do you? You never know. So, I mean, as I said, what did I say then? 3 wins and 2 draws. That's achievable. You always you might get far like Fulham away might be the one where we get a sneaky win.
Yeah, you just don't know, do you? It's important that we finish Goodison strongly, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
And regardless of what happens in City, Arsenal, even though I think Everton can get more than get points out of those two, we can't more than get points, can you? But
more
you know
than
what
get
I mean?
points, it just doesn't even make sense.
No. Well, it means get points and play really well, maybe. Who knows? I don't know what I meant. Everton can get points out of those games.
Yeah.
I think that the 2 home games after that, Ipswich, Southampton, it's imperative Everton win both.
Yeah.
Just because of the signing off of Goodison Park. That's huge, I think, for so many people.
Yeah.
Isn't it? And an opportunity to give those 2 a spanking as well and really send Goodison off with in the right manner. I think that people will be looking at that. In terms of players and players' future, and people, maybe want to stay in. And we've heard both of our right-sided players come out and talk about wanting to be here next season. Yeah. Jack Harrison the other day, I don't want to be anywhere else sort of thing. If there's
he can stay Goodison.
And obviously Lindstrom, who apparently has had some good positive reviews and playing for Denmark as well. The Danish press being very impressed with him. We did, of course, confirm yesterday he is probably the greatest ever Dane to play football. I think that's what it was said.
Don't include me in that.
No, I don't know whether that's real. That was just what was bet and bounced about. I'm not sure, but they did take him off at 1-1.
Maybe if there wasn't the Laudrup brothers, then maybe
and Christian Eriksen's not bad.
You could maybe say
it's not me. It
felt like you said it yesterday.
I just said the other day they took him off at 1-1 and they got beat 5-2. That's all I'm saying. That's not me saying he's the greatest. That's me saying people might say that.
Yeah, people might say that. Yeah.
Who knows? Now, in terms of either of them, is there a world where you see both of them being in Everton squad next season?
Not a chance on earth.
Okay. I mean, I would have liked a little bit more.
Not a chance on earth.
Okay.
I think Jack Harrison will not be at Everton next season, and Lindsom's got his work cut out for him. That's all I'd say. But who knows?
Lindstrom on loan, though. What do you think?
No, there's a possibility. You get 2 loans. That's everyone gets 2 loans. But Jack Harrison, you've had your 2. So,
do you not think he'll be in next year?
No, I just can't see. Leeds are going to come up, aren't they? And if Leeds come up, then they'll go.
I don't think they want him, do they?
But what can they do? They're not going to give him to us, are they?
I'm saying. No, so what
they're going to want cash money.
What I mean is, he's not going to go back and play for Leeds. I can't see it. So therefore, I think there's a lot of interest apparently from Major League Soccer. He's played there before for New York City. Is that a move that would suit him again? Possibly. Just not sure Everton are going to stump up any money for him, to be fair.
No chance.
No chance. So moving on to others then, because obviously that's an area Everton definitely need to solve. We know that Trent Alexander-Arnold's and even Liverpool, and he plays on the right. Who knows? David Moyes referenced there was a couple of players.
Is there anyone at Real Madrid that we could get that is playing that they would let go because they're obviously getting Trent Alexander-Arnold?
I don't know whether Trent decided to go to Madrid.
I think he has.
Or he's looking.
The latest is it seems like he
feels like he has, but he might be looking at
from the noise in that room.
The lack of noise.
There's been voices. I just heard the word Danny Carvajal before.
Danny Carvajal.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay.
And
I thought you were.
No, that's right. That's what I heard through the wall. Okay. By the time it got to my ears, it was Danny Carvajal. Right. Yeah. So what they were obviously saying was, why did he need him? They've got Danny Carvajal. But you know how they say it in a really like, how dare he leave us after being at the club?
I had this discussion with them in November, and they with a couple of the lads.
Expect the door to burst open at any.
They were nice lads.
Why are you talking about us?
But couldn't understand why.
Because he's been like, no, let's not. We're going to do this in M-Tag. You've been there he's been there 17 years.
Yeah, let's just move on.
And he ages.
But that's an area Everton need, isn't it? The right hand side.
Yeah, cool. Yeah,
but
cool.
other players, like, again, we've done this before with Dwight McNeil, but there is people like him who are going to need to give David Moyes something to think about, aren't we?
Left back?
Well, you might have to, depending on Miko's injury. We don't know. Ashley Young's going to probably be in next week if he is out. But there is people like Dwight McNeil, isn't it? There's Chimitty. I think Yusuf Chimitty's got a great opportunity here.
To play left back?
Not to play left back, obviously. But I think, listening to the way David Moyes sort of spoke about him after the West Ham game, I think he was really impressed with his cameo when he come on.
Word up.
You know, word up, yeah. Then he's got an opportunity, hasn't he, to get in the starting lineup for a few of the games and really show the manager what he's got. Yeah,
I mean, I'll be honest. Beto not scoring against Burkina Faso yesterday is really knocked me confidence in him. I just think that.
Oh yeah, because you were overflowing with confidence.
I just think that if you can't do it on a Monday afternoon against Burkina Faso, then
Burkina Faso.
That's not how they pronounce it, boss. God, get with it, lad.
Okay.
You know, I just feel disappointed in him that he couldn't do it in the big time.
Okay.
So
maybe he just didn't get the right service.
Maybe. Can you get any service in? I don't know. So
yeah. I mean,
but there was a player.
I've seen someone saying, the Goulet would be good if we could get him on loan. I can't see Real Madrid letting him go on loan.
There's a lad playing now called Z Turbo, and I think that's a fantastic name.
I think we like that.
Z Turbo. Plays for Limassol.
He better be fast.
Plays for Z Turbo.
Imagine if he isn't fast though and he's got that name.
Left forward he is. Squad number 80.
I like that.
But he's 28, which means he's 37.
It's not going to work.
Z Turbo. Boss, that sounds like the German version of the toy Arnold Schwarzenegger went after in that film, the Christmas one.
You'd have to put man on the end of it, but yeah.
Z Turbo, man. Tremendous.
Good.
I can tell it's an international weekend, I think.
Emma is not happy with Everton.
Okay.
She says, the bloody club drive you mad, make you wait in a queue for 2 hours for tickets, even though they know they're already sold out by your team.
Hot crotch. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. Back on it. Okay, yeah, I'm back on it.
Only because she mentioned in the comments, I thought, I would have completely forgotten about that.
Oh, okay.
But once you refresh my mind, then...
I haven't refreshed your mind. I've forgotten about it.
No, Emma did, quite literally. She said, I hope he doesn't bring it up in the show. Well, therefore...
Saying that
Exactly. Literal red rag.
Come on, Gary Ward and Juan say, howdy and hola muchachos. Says Juan, even though he's from Sweden, but fair play. Nathan says, hello guys, it'd be nice to have McNeil and Jai and Dom back to see what Moyes could do with them. Do you guys have any ideas who you want to lead the line next year? A 50 goal a season striker. No, because there's lots of different options, isn't there? I'd love Bergkatt, who's playing it for Mainz in Germany. I'll be honest. I'd love Everton to go and get him. But I think he'll move. I think he'll probably stay in Germany and move to a higher team. But I would like him. But there's others, isn't there? You know, Steepy's mentioned Giesend, and there's also Ange Boney, and there's others are available as well. Chimitty, if he could do well, he's the type you'd want, isn't he? Mobile, good ability on the ball, big. They're the ones you want, aren't they? I think it's really interesting what Moyes is going to do with it, because his record of bringing centre forwards in isn't exactly amazing throughout his career. A lot of other areas, fantastic, but his striker rate isn't great, to be fair. 80 million on Schumacher and Seb Haller, or 70 million, not great for what they did at West Ham. But that's an area we need, and I think it's interesting because obviously Dominic Calvert-Lewin looks like he's going to leave. Beto, I'm not convinced Everton are going to keep him.
Yeah,
but I don't know. But
it depends what the offer is, isn't it?
Go, yeah, you know, he could just, if he's part of the squad, I'm fine with that because I think he will get you goals. Chimitty's the only one we know who's definitely, well, along with Beto, is going to be here. So it'll be interesting what we do with him. And Breuer, I've said many times before, if you could keep him fit, it'd be ideal for our squad because he's something totally different than what we've got. So it's what they do and what they look for there. So who knows, Nate? But having What I want is a different profile, 3 different profiles for forwards, so that we're not wedded to one way of playing. We'll see what he does. Stephen says, good afternoon. Eddie says, how serious is Michalenko's injury? Well, all we know, it's a thigh injury, but we don't know.
He's got 10 days, hasn't he?
Not sure how serious. Hopefully it's just he felt a little twinge and he came off straight away, therefore not making it any worse, and he'll be okay. But we'll see. Kev Maloney says, we should be mad scientists, throw stuff at the wall and see what sticks.
I don't think that's how mad scientists work.
Maybe some.
Seems counterproductive, just throwing stuff at walls.
Unless they're trying to design something that sticks to walls.
Yeah,
then
that slime we all got when we were kids, and it like crawled. Remember it like crawled down the wall. But then if the walls were dirty, it'd be rotten, wouldn't it?
After wouldn't it? Very much like. I think he's just thinking of flubber.
Maybe
things like that. Benjamin James says the most serious thing we should be worrying about are the clouds of smoke across the country because of Trent Alexander-Arnold's shirt getting burnt.
Fair play.
Mark says the Clattenburg fan debate was interesting. Hope you give him a cheeky kidney jab. Glad he admitted the Derby mistake, but overall he came across. He did come across well. I spoke to him before and after that. He seemed like a nice fella, but he wasn't very nice in that Derby. He was terrible. That's the tone. Jack says, afternoon gents, hope you're both well. Congratulations, Ped, on your half marathon.
Thank you.
Congrats, Baz, on the overlap quiz. Welcome to school, thank you. Is there a scope to be excited about under Moyes that if and when we get a new striker, whether it's a signing or Chimity, there's every chance they'll be able to score plenty of goals? My thinking is if Moyes can get better having a purple patch and plenty of chances created for him, then we can be excited that a better striker scoring even more goals. Do you think?
No, I don't think. I'll be honest. I don't think Beto did score loads of goals from loads of chances, though, did he? He scored goals from minimum chances. I don't think we're making loads more chances. I think the play's better and playing in the right areas, but I don't think.
We are making more chances.
No, we're making more chances, but we're not making loads of chances. So
no, we need.
You want better in behind as well. You want players in behind who are going to make more chances and create more chances for whoever's playing up front and actually take the pressure off that person.
Yeah.
Can't always be on the striker. It's got to share the goals around as well. So It's not just the centre forward we need to buy. I mean, it's creativity in the wide areas and in the central areas as well. So it's important that we get that right.
Yeah, totally agree. Martin says, afternoon, Ped and Baz. Going back to yesterday's chat about the South Stand divide, what's the reason behind why they can't put rail seats in that area? Well, rail seats are in it, but...
he means in the upper.
Oh, in the upper? I think he means in the lower.
No, the rail seats are in the lower, so I think he's saying why can't they put them in the upper? I think Everton made the decision to have it split, didn't they? They didn't want people standing all the way up. Probably didn't believe that. What is this? Is it 13,000, 14,000?
14. Yeah.
Something like that. They probably just didn't believe that. 14. Very much like they didn't believe that they'd get more than 53,000 people in the place. That they could get that many people wanting rail seats. Now, I don't know whether that's true or not. I know they did a load of surveys, but I don't know whether that's true or not.
We had the wrong people running the club.
So they split it, and we've got that. We need to sort out that grey wall, which is actually a little bit bigger than I thought it was going to be as well. It's a little bit bigger, unless they think we've got a load of like Game of Thrones type fans who are 8'7".
We haven't got enough of you stood up in that back row, then it's not got. It's obviously you were at the opposite end, and it does ruin it, doesn't it? I think
it ruins it. Yeah, it ruins it because it's it ruins it because it's so obvious because it's grey.
That's what I mean.
It needs to be painted the same colour as the seats, and then and then when people are standing up, and the people are in there, it won't be as noticeable.
No.
It won't be.
I know what I want, but I'm not going to get what I want. But I want what.
No, but I don't think yours makes sense though, because because it becomes noticeable when there's nobody in the ground.
Yeah, but I'm not bothered about that.
I know, but that's
I'm more. No, I agree with what you're saying.
Imagine what
you're
people
right.
will be saying.
I agree with what you're saying in a way, but I'm just picturing the match day. And on a match day, if that thing that was in the tunnel with all the fans on, and then you're stood up there, when you're looking at it, that's just going to look from floor to ceiling.
It's a bit Arsenal 92 though, isn't it?
No, because that was Mickey Quinn hat-trick days. No, that was like painted. That was like us just painting.
Wouldn't that just be the same, a load of painted pictures?
Not painted. If you, what's in our tunnel is photographs of fans.
Yeah.
So if you had that as a sort of a skin on that wall, then when the fans are all in it, it would look like one complete section.
What if like you turned around and saw yourself and you were like, how can I be here and there at the same time?
Because it makes you think
and
as
my
well.
consciousness as it
makes you think.
I just think blue paint for the time being.
Yeah, fair play.
Just to make it one big thing.
Not concrete.
Not concrete grey.
There shouldn't be any grey.
No.
Anywhere.
Well, Everton, listen, not having a go at Everton. This is something that this is the whole point. This is what they're doing next. They're doing next, and the next test event will be based on the lounges. The lounges aren't done. The next thing they're doing, there's going to be a long gap now till we get another test event, and the next thing will be making that inside is get rid of as much of that grey as possible and Everton up.
I think they can get rid of all, like plastic.
No, they can't. They will.
Even
They will do
it. In
they will.
The Edsa section and all of that.
They will.
That all should be blue as well, so that when you look, there's nothing.
Carpet it all as well. Carpet it all.
It might need carpet.
You know, the whole place.
It might need
that carpet that we had in the late 90s and all the boozers in Liverpool and in streets in town. Maybe. That carpet.
Maybe if you're not going to go that far, just at least paint it blue. Yeah. Have it all blue. Yeah. So when you're in there, it is feeling like Everton. Do you think, we sort of mentioned it yesterday, but is your understanding you will have leads on the middle bit?
It's not an understanding, it's what should happen. I have no idea.
But do you remember when because we obviously were invited to everything at the start before someone got a cob on and decided not to invite us anymore?
Yeah.
Like children, but we talked about the LED, and I'm sure they said there was no plans to have it.
LED screens, not actual LED.
Not
no
LED.
One go round trying to pinch it off the roof.
Yeah, don't do that.
No, it should have LED screens because the simple fact is that's what all modern stadiums have is LED advertising screens all the way out. We even have it at Goodison on the executive boxes. We have an LED screen, so it should go all the way around. And if it hasn't been created, then that's someone's made a big faux pas there. But it should go all the way around the ground. And between the last 15 minutes before kickoff should just be Archibald Leach on there and stuff like that. Or while the game's on, should just be Archibald Leach to make it give us that feel of what it should be. That's what it should be. And if Everton can't see that, or people who designed it or not designed it because that was Dan Mice, but anyone who's been part of the process. I think again the Friedkins are come in and go, what do you mean you haven't got advertising space up there where everyone can see it and the TV can see it, and it's prime real estate. Like someone will make those points, won't he? Because that just would make complete sense. I mean, some teams now like Man City have got double tiered advertising boards, haven't they? By the side of the pitch, so that the adverts just look massive. And stuff like that. To be honest, I don't know. Listen, I seen people yesterday complaining about the gap between where the stand ends and where the pitch starts. It's hard to make everybody happy. But
how big is that?
Well, it's no bigger than what the gap between where the park end finishes and where the pitch starts. So
what's the sides like though? How big's the gap? Is it big at the side?
Well, you can't touch the players. But it's a different feel. It's a different ground. Yeah. You like that.
Everyone wants it.
If you were like that,
though, didn't you?
No, but you can't. You can't do that though. You can't fit. You can't fit it all in. If that makes sense, you can't. You've got to build to a certain size, haven't you? In the pitch, I just think people have got to be realistic. It's a new ground. You've got the sheerness of it, which is better than other people's. You can't have absolutely everything. And if that means there's an extra 5 foot to the side from where the seats are to where the pitch is, then that's just the way it is. That's life, isn't
it? Buck says play for the badge, and with some of them play for a contract for next season. And we should get past 45 points. Ian the Blue says, afternoon lads, we should be winning our home game. Some tough away, but you never know. We might snatch an unexpected away one. Be great if it was against the RS. Benjamin says, on a serious note, I spent time over the weekend catching up with your videos from the previous week. I'm so proud that you lads are ambassadors for the Kevin Campbell Foundation. Well done. Hopefully the media team at Everton are taking note and should allow Toffee TV access to Everton, because at the end of the day, you lads are primarily watched by Evertonians. The sooner the club actually grasps that fact, the better. Keep up the great work. And once again, well done. Thank you very much, Benjamin. Kev Maloney, if we win the derby, we can call ourselves champions of Merseyside. Fair play. Let's do it then. Mark Mack says, Tommy G is obviously our greatest Dane, but where does Lindstrom rank with Lars Jakobsen, Klaus Thompson, Peter Dane and Per Krauser?
I think he's better.
I think he's number 2.
All those players already.
I think he's number 2, Lindstrom. Gravison is the best, obviously. Ian says, reading some of the cop-out comments on Sly, their heads have fell off. I think he means Sky. Over Trent Alexander-Arnold. Unless he's, Sky, but he's changed it to Sly. I get it. But he won't be happy, will he? I think they all thought that he was just going to sign, but who knows. Toffee Blue says, should we trigger Carlos Alcaraz clause?
Why? No, but what's the rush?
No, I think, to be honest, I just think he means...
Yeah, we'll sign him, won't we? We'll sign him. We'll do it when we need to do it. We don't need to do it yet. No, there's no need to get all excited about it. It'll happen, I think. I think he's proved so far that he's a Premier League player, and there's more for him to come. Great age. He's got a bit of fight in him. Got that South American little bit of yeah.
Je ne sais quoi.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Baps doesn't know the difference between me or you, but that's fine.
There's a few people at the match who don't know the difference between me and you, which I find startling. I think there's one.
Yeah, we do look like each other.
Well, no, yeah. Listen, since Ned's left, people they understand that you are now, because seeing you and Ned, you were just exactly the same. But there are a few people who go, well, which one are you? I'm the tall ginger one.
Yeah.
Thanks, mate.
Difficult, is it? Because Baps said you're really good on the overlap.
I am. They won't even give me a chance to go
proper custodian for the...
They won't let me go on the overlap.
So there you go.
Don't they ever say your name on the overlap?
All the time.
Do they oversay it just to make sure?
You say it, and when I talk, it comes up with my name. But that's fine. Hey, that's fine.
Maybe we need to start putting our names on this.
Have it like a badge.
Just a thing at the start, just when the intro comes in, because we sit in the... Are we name cards?
Tazul says, Baz always reckons we can win every game. Yeah, Tazul's the one who told me Everton wouldn't get 20 points, not the worst squad in the league, so you're irrelevant.
I think you've just said Tazul's irrelevant.
Joking with
How can he be irrelevant when he's got the most unique name?
He's got the best name. Maybe.
They're fighting words.
I think you've got it. I think, to be fair, Tazul, when you do this, what's the point in going, we'll lose that game, we'll lose that? Of course we can win every game. But I didn't say we would win every game, did I? So, sort of, you shoot yourself in the foot, but that's fine. That's fine.
Also, he spells Baps with a Z at the end. I don't know if I can accept that. That sounds like a very modern thing for like a YouTuber who has a team.
He might have a YouTube
who has
a
team in the Baller League or something, or even watches the Baller League or something.
You hate the Baller League.
I don't hate it. I just think it's absolute.
Wrong with that.
James, you shut up.
I didn't watch it.
Oh, here he is, Mr. Baller League, but I didn't watch it. What
You're
are you doing?
Baller League correspondent.
I know. What kind of professionalism is that? What kind of professionalism is that? That you don't even watch the league you're associated with? Probably out in your car, familiarising yourself with the streets.
That's exactly what I was doing.
Absolute disgrace. How are we going to get Angry Ginge updates if you're not watching it?
Threw the ball away, apparently.
I want to know what Chunks is up to.
Perfect reaction to it.
There's Chunks in it, is he? He'll be involved somewhere, won't he? I was hosting it. Right, okay. Fair play.
You've changed since you went to Germany.
You have, James. You've changed. Quaker Jar says, personally, love the idea of giving Schmitty game time. Looks like he'll be quality if he's given the chance. A few people asking, what do you think of Sean Dyche's comments?
I thought his comments about thing you were brilliant though. Company.
I haven't heard what he said.
That was good to me.
He said He said, I wish I'd left him £150 million in debt and only got 24 points. Then maybe I would have got a move to Bayern Munich. They're amazing. It's like the bitterest comments ever, though. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
What did you think about Everton's then? These comments on Everton, he left us in a good place.
I listened to him the other day. I did listen to the clip of him, and I thought he was just like, because he's got he's doing a show, isn't he? He was just like, I'm happy for them, and he said I worked hard for 2 years, and whatever. He's not rewriting history, by the way. Let's just put it that way. He did work hard for 2 years, maybe 1.5. He just didn't work that hard this year, and that's fine. That happens sometimes. It got too much and all too big for him, and that's fine. For 18 months, he did the job asked of him, no more, no less, and that's fine. And
we're not winning for 4 months.
Obviously, if he goes on the radio and they're going to ask him the question he's asked him, now no one's going to ever ask him it again because he gave the question.
Eugene says,
I just want to know where Wowney and Stoney were. Imagine they were in the back, just like pressing buttons.
Eugene says he thinks Beto will score the first goal at Everton Stadium.
I don't think he will.
George Andrade says, I'd say next season we should prepare ourselves for the possibility that we start the season off poor. New players will need time to adapt, and we need to be patient with Moyes.
I mean, that's a positive outlook.
Well, we haven't even finished this season yet.
Jesus.
Come on, mate. It would increase the capacity if they went safe standing, and Everton could just do that. It's all about the safety advisory group at Everton. They don't need the government to say it or whatever. Everton could say, this is what we're doing. And it will increase the capacity. The problem is, where I think we've possibly gone wrong, is we've allowed people to have season tickets in the lower and allocated them a seat. So it feels like you'd have to get agreement from everyone in there to sort of stand up. And I'm not sure you get it. I don't know, but that's...
What do you mean?
Well, if you're doing safe standing, and Everton's thread is 1 to 1.5, and Everton's safety advisory group can say, you can stand up. So therefore, for every 2 people, you can have an extra person, which knocks the capacity right up. But everyone who's got a season ticket in that lower thinks they're sitting in that seat. Not everyone, but a lot of, or say, some people will probably think, no, I bought a ticket to sit down in this lower bit.
No one's sitting down that lower.
No, I know, but I'm saying, so if they done a thing and everyone was like, I'm happy to stand up.
No, there'll have to be a massive re-education.
Well, it's going to be a
thing, isn't it? There'd be a lot of stuff.
But it would, of course, increase the capacity, wouldn't it?
I know. I've got a way you can increase the capacity.
Yeah, but they're not going to do that for 3 years.
No.
Till those loady seats, everyone's bored with the loady seats and they get rid of them.
I'm just saying, there's big seats there. You could just rip them out.
People, I think, have bought them for 3 years. They might do after 3 years. I think the Friedkins might go, let's put another 500 seats in or 600 seats, whatever. We'll see, though.
Not making a big deal out of it.
Liam, no, there's no news on any fixtures. I think it happens. I think it's the 1st of April.
I think there might have already been some today.
Oh, have they? Okay.
But I think there has been some today, but Everton are obviously have not been.
Right, so I thought it was the 1st.
I think they're the way when we get to the back end of the season and you're allowed, they save some of the live games for some random ones. So I don't think the main chunk's been done yet. But I think they've picked some up, that extra games that they're allowed to put on. So I've just checked Sky and I've just checked TNT, and and Everton haven't put anything out about any extra games. So there is a long read. Harrison digging deep. I mean, you can, if you want to read that, I mean, incredible. I think it's about them going to barbers, but there you go.
Max P, EFC8, says Alex Walson, the director of stadium development, said on Sky that in the summer all the concrete and plasters will be all Everton.
And that's why I caveated before, wasn't having a go at anyone. It will get done. We know it's getting done. We know this is the bit that they're going to do it. 2 test events, getting it all sorted. The stuff when the ground got built, it wasn't finished It was the ground getting built. I think you'll have seen, if you've seen any videos, I think they've been doing, I think they've been sandblasting some of the metal and stuff, but that's for Everton to do.
Yeah.
And I think the next bit now, because we're not going to have any test events.
There's nothing there now. Well, the pitch is getting ripped off.
Yeah, so there's no test events for the next, I think it's 3 months. So this is where the interior now, because they know no one's going in that ground now. So the next 3 months or so, they'll get teams in there getting it Everton up. Now, I don't know what that looks like. I don't know whether it looks like what's going on at Goodison now with like fan images or player images. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But that's what they're going to do. And that was always the plan. So
Wilmo's made a really good point, and it's fair play.
Is it though?
Says, I don't want fans on that wall because you can hear cringe comments if we have to paint fans on the wall.
Exactly. That's what I was hinting at before.
Well, I mean, you can say it to me. You can say it. So yeah, put the blue in it. I just don't
want the people to know that.
That's all right. I don't want to look and see a big, obvious concrete wall in the middle of what should be floor-to-ceiling fans. I don't want it because it was sold to us as a big...
And it's on the picture. If you look back at the original picture, and I've still got the app on my phone. I've still got the People's Project app.
Spin it around.
It doesn't always work, but hang on. Let me see if it'll work now. James picking up a bottle of water there, like coordinated, wasn't it? It was like he was doing something big then. But it was getting a bottle of water.
Harry was like that to me.
Yeah, Harry was like...
Harry couldn't believe it. He was like, what's
so dehydrated from Jamie.
It is.
So dehydrated.
And to be honest, it's some car Jamie this morning.
Yeah, there was all that sweat.
He sweated. He was like, you know, on airplane when he's got to take over a thing.
Yeah.
And it's just running on his face. That's what he was like.
When I saw a roundabout, I've never been so scared.
Oh, mate.
Yeah, I'm gone.
You'll get into it, my mate. You'll get into it.
Gone.
This is great TV.
No, look, you can see the blue one.
Yeah, okay. So, but it's got a FC. Are they going to do that?
There's no ES. They'll do the seats, but it'll be more like when the sponsors come in, won't it?
I think he'll have EFC. I mean,
look, and there's LED screens on that as well. Boom! Got you to right. Bang! To right, Everton Football Club, if anyone comes out saying there wasn't any LED screens.
Michael Van Gerwen finish in there. Boom!
I just always have to come back to darts, man.
Because there's no footy.
It's like you say last week that you like darts when we were saying.
I know, but it's you're becoming really.
No, it's because there's no footy.
It's because you're becoming dead clicky though.
Well,
we want you.
No, I'm not being funny, right? I'm not being funny. Soon we'll go over to you for your comment, and you'll just have a sign with what your comment is, going
wherever it is, right? Where even the other day in Germany, up the fucking Toffees, just the thing. No matter what, I'm like, I know we're massive.
We are massive in the dark.
Get a dart.
No, we're not getting a dart. Where would you put?
Harry walked in and literally said, "Why is there no dartboard in here?" I thought you were cool.
No,
that's what he said.
There's a pool table upstairs.
There is. Where are we?
But you'd have to go upstairs. Is that when you look up the stairs and you can hear like chirping birds and like spiders, webs, because it's like you know. An old forest.
Robert, there's no date for the third test event. It's just in the summer. They said it'll be the last friendly or something.
I don't think it will be the last friendly.
You know.
No, I think it'll be quite early. And it might even be footy, you know.
I think it's got to be.
It doesn't. Liverpool opened their stand and their test event was a Q&A.
It wasn't full. That was one of the first ones.
I know, but...
Okay.
It probably will be footy. I'm just saying...
Yeah, that's what
I don't... Yeah, but it'll be a friendly, but it won't be
no,
but if you want to... If you want to get that stadium signed off as early as possible.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So you get it
absolutely.
You get it early, don't you?
You too. DJ Greg P says, from where I was sat on Sunday, looked like it was harder to invade the pitch, which is good news.
Yeah, you got to hurdle a couple of things. Like stewards have got more opportunities to grab you, so less chance of small.
Phil
kids.
says, like Ant and Deck, you two. Hey, he says it's because you could be twins. And Celtic Vape says you're twins, lads.
That's true.
And Bap says, in all fairness, Baz, it took me 10 years to figure out who Ant and Deck were, you know, which one was which. So, yeah. You should have been watching this for 10 years. Perfectly. Patrick Hanlon is a YouTube member. Welcome, Patrick. Thank you very much. Sophie as well. Eugene says, would you like to have James Rodriguez back at Everton? No. I would if he was like 5 years younger, because he was unbelievable.
He doesn't play for it. He literally just plays or signs for someone so he can play for Colombia. That's all it is.
But that's fair play. That's fair enough, though, isn't it? Alex Florence, YouTube member, says, "Afternoon, lads. Hope your day's going well." Thank you, Alex. Hope yours is too. If you could choose 3 realistic transfers in the summer, who would you want?
Oh, you answer that. I have no idea.
Realistic. I'd love Jonathan David, who was free. Feel like he'd probably go to Man U. But if he goes to Man U, then we'll have Rasmus Højlund, thank you. On loan. Thank you very much, please, thank you. Because I think if he comes to Everton, he'd be good. We need a left back desperately, don't we? We need a right winger desperately. And we need a centre forward desperately. So it's priorities, isn't it, really, I suppose? I don't know, because it's gambling, isn't it? It's what I've no idea who's staying and who's going at the moment. I think we'll definitely bring a right-sided player in.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Absolutely.
I'd still take a chance on Nuamar. But he's done really well lately, and he's got that pace.
What about that Sheikh? He plays for Leon as well.
Ryan Sheikh, he's not bad. He's not bad. Good dribbler. Is he exactly what we need? Don't know, but he's good on the ball. Don't know. I'm going to do some videos, actually, some recruitment videos in April, and start doing them at what we can be looking at. So have a look for them, really. Emma says the seats are well too roomy. Could have made it tighter to fit.
They're not that big. They're not that. Do you know what is surprising though? It's surprising the amount of actual leg room in front of you, because there's a lot of stands now where you don't have to stand up for someone to walk past you. That's not the case. You have to stand up if someone wants to walk past you. Yeah. Where there's other big stands where you can just sit there and people literally come. That's how much room there is. It's not like that. Not like that.
No.
Which is good. That means they've used every last bit of. But the seats aren't that much bigger.
Someone was telling me yesterday that they like the tread on the stairs. You can't put your full foot
on it.
It's like
no, it is. It's tight. Like it is
like
tight. Like it's not like.
Gotta be careful.
It's not a tight. Going down, you do want to be careful.
Said some fella went flying by him.
Harry said it was really Harry. Let's get it right. It was really hard. He was wearing those dead big trainees.
James'
trainees, yeah. And he actually fell. Don't you see the cut on his nose? Yeah,
He's got a bit of makeup on.
Yeah.
Fair play.
That's fair play, mate. Concealer. That's what it is. Listen, if the work experience kids aren't getting it, then we're doing something wrong, aren't we? Do you know what I mean?
Definitely. Carl says, will there be another evacuation process in the third test?
Evacuate the dance floor.
I don't think.
No, there won't be.
Surely there've been evacuate Bramley Moor. Whoa,
you did the remix.
I know, the remix. You went the original, we just remixed it.
No, it's done, isn't it? They just need to, that was just a box ticking exercise, and now the big fella got his big pen out and he went, well done. And that's how he said it.
I like it.
That's literally how he said it. Well done, you've passed.
John Oldham says, if Branthwaite to be sold this summer, how about selling him to the RS in exchange for Darwin Núñez plus cash?
How about, are you on the wrong channel?
Don't hate me.
Are you on the wrong channel?
Don't hate me.
Did you turn up to the wrong channel? Were you looking for the Ballers League or something? What are you talking about? Because that's where Darwin Núñez will be playing soon. Are you mad?
I think he might go to Newcastle.
What have you sprinkled on your cornflakes?
Don't he? I think he'll go to Newcastle. And
a lot of stuff about Atletico Madrid as well, isn't there?
They'll pay 70 plus Núñez for Isaac. I hope they don't get him, but I can see that. Or 80 plus Isaac. Emma says, James, best be careful on them stairs. Just because you're big shoes, that's all. James Graham says, 8 Nori from Wolves. Did you have him?
Yeah, I like him.
Very good going forward. He's not great defensively, but then he is good.
Who is these days? Players are going to Real Madrid who aren't that good defensively. Do you know what I mean? It's not a massive thing, is it, these days?
There you go. Blue 96 says, would you take Suchek? No. And that doesn't
But I can understand why.
No, I know. It doesn't mean he's not good.
I can understand why he'd won him, though. I do
Fellaini.
Exactly, I do understand why.
If he was 26,
You don't... A leopard doesn't change.
He's 32 now.
Fellaini? No, he's 36. He's retired. What are you talking about? You gone mad? Move to China? Honest to God. Getting older. I can understand why he wants
Back on point. Is Thomas Souček 32 or is he 30?
30.
30. That's okay.
Kufal was 32, I think that's... Kufal.
Kufal, yeah. I don't want
it. Young for us, isn't it?
Want him. Kufal, Jesus.
It's a young free transfer for us.
I get it, and listen, he took his goal well the other week. Graham Hedworth says Cunha from Wolves should be a good buy.
Would it be a good buy? Be like, they paid 52 for him. Let's not forget.
It's gonna be 60 plus. He's brilliant, don't get me wrong, he is a really good player.
Do you want to hear maybe the funniest tweet ever?
Oh, go on.
And I'll do it in like a voice.
Okay, if you're doing it in a voice, then we'll all listen.
He could have had it all. A future captaincy at his boyhood club.
Not his boyhood club.
In the best era this club has had in decades. His legacy could have been statue-worthy. Instead, he's thrown us away to be just another player at Real Madrid. What a complete snake. Yes! I am having that! That feels like a win for us.
The opinions of Peter McPartland aren't necessarily the opinions of all of us. Not a win for us.
Not a win for Everton.
No,
a win for life.
It's amusing.
It's a win for life.
They're not happy, are they?
They aren't.
Players move once more. It's not his boyhood club. Wasn't he an Evertonian? I mean, hasn't it been proven he was an Evertonian as a kid?
I don't think so.
Who cares?
Who cares?
Like, I don't care.
What are they going to do with the wall? That's painted.
Have they got a wall?
Yeah, they've got a wall for it. They've got a wall for like for Dr. Fun. Got a wall for everyone. The puppet.
I mean, there's a wall literally with a couple of players who will have them for sick Donny Van der Beek on, so we need to be quiet. The thing about him is, and we'll do it on end side, but the thing about him is he's won everything there.
Yeah.
And he's about to win his second league there, so he's not else to do.
He's been there for 17 years.
Just accept players.
17 years.
Should give him a statue anyway if they're giving statues out. But anyway, Bill Williams says, why wouldn't we play Branthwaite at left back and move O'Brien to the centre and Patterson at right back?
Because that would be moving 4 players or 3 players.
He'll just play Ashley Young, won't he? There, because he's done it before. Ashley Young means played there. Derek says Eden Zegrova at Lille. He is outstanding, Derek. He is one-footed, though. That's the problem. He's quick, looks to take players on, shoots off him. Not sure we could get him. You've got to look at all these players, though, haven't you? These are the ones you've got to be in the market for, because a lot of players will come to the Premier League. I've seen Thingy. What's his name? Liverpool. He wants to go to Liverpool. Go playing in France. And his agent literally come out and said, well, he'd consider going to a club like Newcastle first and then hopefully get to a big club, as they do.
What a way. Like, what a way to sell yourself.
To yourself. But those players will do that. They'll look at the Premier League and go, all right, well, I'll go there with the intention of... I mean, a player come to Everton in the summer, his agent was asking, what would it be like if he then moved on to Liverpool? How would it be received? You know, that kind of thing, you look and go, it's not great. But that's the thinking in these agents' minds. So you've got a chance with a lot of players coming into the Premier League just because it's the Premier League. If you're then selling Everton as a club, new stadium, new owners, rebuilding a team, want to fight higher up the league, and obviously you're paying big money, these players will go, all right, sign me up. And you might get players you never thought you could get. You know, who thought realistically Newcastle could get Isaac, really, at the time? Because a lot of clubs were looking at him. Newcastle just went and stumped the money up and went, no, come to us, we're on an upward turn, big crowd, passionate fan base, you do well, we're on the up. And he's been absolutely incredible for them. And when they bought him, you know, people were saying 67 million. That's a lot for him, because he's unproven in England. You could get 140, 150 million for him now. That's what you've got to do. Nathan says, but he brought Yelovich and the Yakin. He did, Nathan, but Jelavic was basically Beto, wasn't he? Had the purple spelling and that was it, it went.
I don't give up on Beto yet.
I haven't given up. I'm saying he had a purple patch, didn't he? Now, it's up to Beto to remain. I still think he'll get a few more before the end of the season. It's up to him to convince the manager, who still doesn't sound fully convinced by him, that he's to be part of it next season. And I hope he does, mate. I hope he gets another 5 or 6. You know, he should really. Ipswich and Southampton at home should be guaranteed goals for him. Kilter Toffee says, random idea. Is there any world the club let Toffee TV do a special live at Goodison at the end of the season? We'll see.
Who knows?
Watch this space. You never know. You never know. Martin says, I mean, where the area of concrete is, put seats and rail in that area.
What?
Where's the area of concrete?
It's a wall.
Oh, there. No, it's a wall. You couldn't have a line of seats there.
They'd be floating.
You couldn't have it there, yeah, because it's the wall to start the next bit, to get the steepness. Juan says, I live in Sweden, but I am from Chile. Vina Del Mar, just like the Chile in Everton. It's right,
Vina Del Mar, yeah. Nice one.
Kev Maloney says, looking at the player ratings from the Derby County games, Armstrong looks to be excelling. He should go with the first team squad to America. I think he will do. I think he'll 100% be, and he was captain of England under 18s the other night. So he's undoubted. For me, there's not a question he'll be on that tour with Everton.
Yeah,
He'll be playing in pre-season, 100%, because I think Moyes he's got a little bit of barren, a little bit of arrogance about him. He's a red, therefore he'll be good. He can play. He's a good physical size as well, tall, get about the pitch. So I think he'll definitely be being on tour with Everton. And then it's up to him then, isn't it? To convince the manager that he's good enough. Jay Ratcliffe says, Everton need to maintain the level and beat the teams we should beat. Ipswich, Southampton, look to pick up X's against Man City and not great, or Arsenal. Don't expect much of Forest or Newcastle, if I'm honest. 8 or 9 points is my bet. So 8 or 9 points is what, 43? That's not bad. Listen, we'd have all bit anyone's hand off who were giving us 43 points when the manager took over, wouldn't we? So, yeah, Jay, that's not bad, that. Blue Boys says, Ibaz, enjoying your show while enjoying an Orange Club business. Well, you are filthy. So, thank you for watching the show, but I don't appreciate your biscuit choice. But have a great day. Barry says, is there a tier list Tuesday today?
Yeah.
There you go. Short and sweet from the man himself. Jake Ablett says, all right, boys, just watch the fan debate. Makes you wonder why referees not interviewed more because it humanises them. Absolutely. They're kept away very much like footballers. Like, kept out of, you can't speak. Well, why? You've got to allow them to put their thing. Now, I know it's easier for people like Mark Clattenburg to come and do it now he's retired and all that. But he spoke very well. Gives you a different perspective, makes you realise that it is difficult in the moment. But keeping people away from everybody doesn't help them. Do you know what I mean? Just doesn't help them. So they should all do it. They should all be speaking to the press and doing, stuff like that where you get a chance to see what they're really like, because it might humanise them a bit more. They're going to piss off 50% of the fans every week, aren't they? Because they are. Because every decision, you either agree with this decision or you don't, and that's it. The very rarely do you go, you've got to send them off there, isn't it? It's isolated into a terrible 2-footer tackle. You go, yeah, you have to send them off, or drag someone down and they're running through on goal, and you go, he's got to go, hasn't he? He hasn't got much choice. But in general, they're upsetting 50% of the people every decision. So it's difficult for them. Keeping them out the way, making them robots, and then taking the power off them with VAR is nonsense. And it's VAR that are doing it. And my belief, needs an independent company to be running VAR, not referees and not the PGMOL. My belief. So, and also 30 seconds to make a decision. You can't find something wrong with it in 30 seconds. It goes with the on-field decision. That's my thing. Because that's factoring in the AI offsides. Because they're 10 seconds, they can see it, or 15 seconds. So, Jake Apple, I've done that one. Tom says, I know this doesn't affect you guys being season ticket holders, but this year the club has sold home tickets based on credits. Anyone with 15 plus games last year gets first chance, then it's everyone else with a membership, no matter how long they've had it for or how many games they've been to. Meaning this season, even though I went to 11 league games last year, I have the same chance to buy a ticket to these last games as those who've never been to Goodison. What do you think about that? Do you think it should drop down like away credits, or?
It feels a bit harsh, doesn't it? That it's the same.
He's been to 11, and then he's got the same chance.
Yeah, it feels a bit harsh that it's someone who's never been.
Yeah, I don't agree with that, Tom. I don't know why they do it, but I don't agree with that at all.
Harsh, very harsh.
Chris Davis says, afternoon lads, will Toffee TV hold a farewell Goodison event or similar? I don't think we can sell Goodison out, mate. We will be having, for Premier members, an event in the summer, if not before, at Murphy's, so there you go. Ian the Blue says, apparently Numbnuts is getting his teeth and nose done. Oh, okay.
Could be anyone.
Sean Dykes apparently means. Okay. Mark says, this is an interesting one. Out of the current squad, who is the most deserving to score the final Goodison goal? Don't say Seamus, because he's probably not going to play.
Seamus? It doesn't matter. Seamus.
All right, if it isn't, because Seamus is obviously the right answer, but if Seamus isn't going to play, say it's not Seamus Coleman, because he's the only answer, really, or Jordan Pickford. Yeah. He's the only answer. Who would you love to take that final moment away of being the last player to score for Everton at Goodison Park?
Jesse. Yeah.
Good show. Interesting. Let's bring the two whippersnappers into it. James O'Brien first.
Piece of card.
You can't have
someone who you picked.
Seamus Coleman, and you can't have Stephen Bunton. So
I wouldn't pick Stephen Bunton.
I know you wouldn't do that, Jake. No, if you could pick someone that isn't, because Seamus Coleman's the only answer.
I mean, Idris is another really good choice, really, isn't it? Because how long he's played at Everton for, and sort of like the performances he's gave. But someone sort of out of the box, would you say like a Tarkowski? Purely because of sort of how vital he's been recently in that.
He's had his moment.
We don't want to take that. The Derby injury time equaliser, that's his. But on a volley at the street end, that's his perfect moment. Full Martin.
He's not going to leave and disappoint us.
Ashley Young.
No,
he's not going to leave and disappoint you, is he? He's just going to retire.
His club, though, are they?
No.
Do Schmidt and then make that the start of his legacy at Everton.
Okay. That'd be huge for him on a personal level, wouldn't it? Harry, the mic's there, son. Who's your call?
Garnagay or Doucouré, I'd say.
Doucouré? Controversial.
Last game.
Controversial, but Idrissa. Fair play, mate.
The real answer, Seamus.
Seamus is the only answer, of course it is. Jake O'Brien, why not? Dip and volley, 37 yards, bang.
Last minute.
Tim Irabunum.
Michael Keane.
Oh, big Mick Keane. Beto. Diving header from Beto. And he rides off into the sunset with that on his back. Imagine it was Calvert-Lewin and he just lifted his top up and went, I'm off to the Geordies, lads. See ya. How we? No, but this would be a good shout.
Or he pulled his shirt up and he had a bit of card from the darts.
That'd be good.
And it's written, so it wasn't written on a shirt.
No, just
it was written on a bit
of the darts up though.
He loves the darts, doesn't he?
No, but you're bringing the darts up now.
Like last couple, Ian said, I went to the game on Sunday, sat in the lower east, my season ticket's in the upper east. I watched the game back on YouTube when I got home, and a couple of things I noticed when watching the game back on telly. One, the camera view, that isn't the official camera view. It's not the full camera view. It isn't, it's going to be high. Yeah. And secondly, the away fans have been given a prime position in the ground for televised games. They're now in a prominent view on the screen, with the TV camera position being in the west stand, I assume. If the away team score at the north end, then they'll be bouncing all over our TV screens. At Goodison, they are hidden away, so we don't see them when they score. Perhaps it's a trivial thing that doesn't matter at all, but it's a definite difference to Goodison. How do you both feel about that?
Couldn't care less.
Okay. Don't know, Ian, because to be fair, I'm in my season tickets in the lower east, so they're in that corner, so I ain't seeing them. Everywhere I look will be Evertonian, so I'm good with that, because that's in the Bullens. Now where I'm in the upper Bullens, they're to my left, so I don't have to see them. I can hear them, but I don't have to look at them. Only when we score late goals, as me and Harry established yesterday, and they get the owl. fingers and everything else. So out of my eye line, I'm really, really good with, to be fair. So Kev Maloney says I saw Sunderland account saying they were playing a pre-season game in the new Everton ground. Okay. Not heard that, but fair play. But that's probably part of the sweetener to get Joe Bellingham.
Yeah.
And Dan Neil here. And the other fella who is Sunderland as well.
Chris Stingio.
Chris Rigg and the other one as well, who we like the left back. Who?
O'Neill.
No, Dan
Neil.
No, I've mentioned Dan Neil, Chris Rigg, Joe Bellingham and the other kid, the left. Is it the left back? The defender who they liked as well. All of them. We can basically have all Sunderland players. Buck says the gap between the pitch and seats might have more LED advertising, just like City, as it seems to be the thing, is to have big advertising down the pitch. You said that before, didn't you? Mm-hmm. I don't know, Buck. If it's more money, then that's what they'll do. We all want better players. We can't moan if they're trying to come up with ways to get more money in. Hopefully then they don't have to hammer us, because the fans. Eddie says, I think Santiago Castro and Benjamin Dominguez from Bologna, 2 young Argentinians that were called up this time around. Yeah, all of that. Get all of the South Americans. Would I take Gio Reyna? No. Went to Forest and done nada. Tinks says, hi lads, great shows always. Loads of things I'd like to discuss about Everton. You always seem to cover everything I have to say, which is a compliment to our good user. Guys are doing your job. Lol, thank you. I hope we win as many games as possible to the end of the season and the players pull their socks up to entertain us all and not wear socks and flip-flops, which is a no-no. Absolutely, it's a no-no. What a lovely feeling to be in March, known as safe in relegation and can enjoy life as an Evertonian once again. I hope this feeling remains for the foreseeable and we build on this good feeling and can dream about Europe in the near future. Best subscription I pay for, and it's more entertaining than Amazon Prime. Thank you very much, Tinks. Have a fabulous day, my mate. Thank you. Kev Maloney says to get yourselves in with the Friedkin group, apply to get credentials at Roma and do a travel blog. Good shout, might do that. Martin says bring Hibbert back on a 1-week contract so he can score. Ian the Blue says, and I agree with this, if it was a last-minute penalty, let Jordan Pickford take it. And I agree with that because I think he would deserve it. That left foot, if we were like 5
for England and it was right in the top corner.
Yeah, and it was in a shootout.
Yeah,
he was like the best left foot of the club. Maybe McNeil might have something to say, but he's got a hell of a left foot, so why not? And Kev Maloney says Keane with a 45-yard belter to polish off a 6-0 win. Howard Kendall says Pickford, John Ryan, Jake O'Brien or Garner.
Just anyone, innit?
Michael Keane, someone said. Ash has given us a weather update and had a go. He's had a go with both of us in a general nice way.
He paid for it.
So I'm going to read it. It says overcast and mild in El Porto. That's having a go with you. And up the orange clubs having a go with me.
I'm not being funny. Like,
and I've got no issue with that.
If you want to call me a fat ginger bitch, but you pay.
I don't think you are fat though.
No, I know, but if that's what you want to say.
No, but that'd just be silly.
Give me the money. Just give me the money.
That would be a little bit silly.
Like Bob Geldof, give me the money.
Give me your money. Do your job. George Baketa says, isn't Bundesliga bar independent manager? I think it is. And that's why it's done so well in general. There'll always be.
If only someone had been to Germany recently and knew the information.
The Baller League started in Germany.
Fucking Baller League.
Brian Wilkinson says, just saw the overlap with Bassat behind Clattenburg. You did well not to reach out and throttle him. Literally on the promo. Literally in the promo, I reached out and throttled him. So
that looks like Homer and Bart.
There you go. Or I just hugged him. You make your mind up. Right, we're done. We are doing more than a game at 2:30. So James has done a super hypo link.
Yeah.
You can watch there. You can watch through
Twitch.
It's going to be Harry's debut on it.
Harry's coming on it.
He's coming on.
In fact, James and Harry are involved. What about that? No one knew that because I didn't even know till that second one. So there you go. So stay here, get a drink. You want more footy, different footy. Lots of Trent Alexander-Arnold leaving chat. And anything else. Make sure you like and subscribe to More Than a Game as well. So if you're coming with us on that journey, we'll be back in 8.5 minutes. Don't go nowhere. Get a drink. Be good. Happy birthday to my daughter as well, by the way. See you later. Bye.